Hi, everyone. I'm Christy Forsyth. This is your weekly reading where we talk about all about the things that you're feeling in the energy, the things that are happening in the energy that are impacting the choices that you're making, the experiences that you're having. It's going to help you to understand the things that you're feeling, and it's going to show you exactly how you can navigate this week in the best way possible. So, buckle up. We're going to be talking about the channeled messages that I've connected with. We're going to be talking about the things that I'm feeling in the energy, and then we finish the whole reading out with a tarot reading to build upon the messages. So make sure you guys stick around for the whole reading. If you're watching this, if you're new here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please hit that like button. Please say hello. Whatever it is that you feel called to do, it all helps to connect your energy to the readings, and it helps to support these readings that I'm doing. So let me know how you guys are feeling in this energy. Certainly there's an intensity in the air. Can you guys feel that? It's very electric right now. And it makes sense because we've had a lot of solar flares. I made a shorter video last week just acknowledging these downloads that we've been receiving and that we are receiving. And those of us that are sensitive to energy, I think we're feeling a lot. I think people have felt weird in some ways. Maybe you're having difficulty sleeping. Maybe you've been sick as part of a detox process with these downloads that we've been receiving, these upgrades that we've been receiving. And I don't think that we can expect that these are going to end anytime soon. I think this whole process is about getting our entire bodies, energy fields, minds prepared to be able to carry a higher frequency. So you're going to find that things are being activated within your DNA, things are being upgraded, you're able to hold more light. But for those of us that are sensitive to energy, or even for people who aren't aware of what's going on, it might feel overwhelming at times. It might feel like you're overloaded at times. And like, I'm seeing somebody here too is talking about how it's been draining. Yeah, it can feel really draining as well. We're all responding to this energy a little bit differently, but definitely we're feeling this stuff. You're probably feeling what's going on. And that being said, when I went to meditate on the energy this week, it feels like a massive shift is happening here for us this week. So I don't think that we're done yet with all of this is happening, or maybe this is like the shift that comes on the other side of all of this energy that is just surging onto the planet right now. Feeling all over the place? Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, let me know in comments how you guys are feeling, but definitely all over the place. Here, there, everywhere. I absolutely have been feeling that. And again, I don't think that we're done with this. I think we can expect this over the next several years, actually. But also over the course of this week. So when I went to sit down and to connect with the energy for this week, the very first thing that I saw was lightning striking. And it makes me think about the Tower card in the tarot, for those of you that are familiar with it, because we do see a lightning striking in that moment, right? Like a life-changing moment. And I won't be surprised if we pull the Tower in the cards. Although I usually say that and then we don't pull that card. And I think it's because I've already covered the energy really well. And so we don't need to acknowledge that. But I wouldn't be surprised if we pull the Tower, because it is giving a little bit of that energy. I think what we can expect this week, and it might look really obvious in your outer world, or it might be something that just happens and shifts in your inner world, but I definitely think we can expect some type of tower moments that are happening, and know that these are happening for us. So some of this might be just this energy that we're receiving, and it's helping us to see things from different perspective. It's helping us to heal old things. It's helping to prepare us for higher vibration, better things, right? So I try to focus on that when I find it to be really uncomfortable, or there are things that are happening in my world that I don't love, but I know that it's all part of a bigger process. And I think that we can expect that. And so what happened this week, we might find that we all of a sudden just have this life-changing epiphany coming in. So it might come in the form of thoughts, right? Where you just have this epiphany. Because another thing that I heard when I was connecting with this energy is and this is not the way that I speak, so I thought it was really interesting the way this came through. It said a multitude of ideas. And we are now officially in Aquarius season. And I do tend to connect Aquarius season with ideas coming in and like seeing things from different perspectives and everything. So that part doesn't surprise me so much. But I think these epiphanies that are going to come through for us, or these shifts that are happening, these moments that are happening for us, these experiences that we're having that may very well feel like a tower moment. It might feel like a strike of lightning where you just know the answer, or you just see things from a different perspective, or you have an experience where you know, like on the other side of it, things are going to be different. We have that happening while we also have this energy of a multitude of ideas. Hi, Chelsea. Nice to see you here. So we have both of those things coming in. And so it feels like our minds are just being blasted wide open in terms of helping us to connect with clarity, helping us to see things differently. In fact, I heard first thinking outside the box, and that was followed by, but actually, we're forgetting that the box exists. Okay. So, that's very interesting, right? That's a very, very lightning striking kind of a moment, right? Is forgetting the box exists. So I think like a lot of this is about breaking us out of the boxes that we've been stuck in. In fact, when we think about the tower card in the tarot, the lightning is striking the building, and some of the meaning to that card is like that the people are stuck in the tower and it's setting them free, right? So like this lightning strike moment, this lightning strike experience is about breaking us out of the box that we've been keeping ourselves stuck in. And I see here, Keister, for you, you're saying feel like I'm on a journey I did not plan. Yeah, that's the vibe. That's the energy, right? Like it's a journey that we didn't plan, but it is happening for us. And I know we've had a lot of that lately, so I get it. It's frustrating. It's a lot. It's hard. We're navigating a lot. But we chose here to be on earth. We were chosen to be here on earth at this time for a reason. We all here now get a front row seat ticket to the ascension of the planet. And this week feels big in regard to that. So we might have some lightning strike moments that are happening individually, but I also think we might have some lightning strike moments that are happening collectively. And I think there's a feeling of a collective shift where Earth just feels different. I think it has felt different, but I think it continues to feel different. I think that time has felt weird. I think that we're all starting to recognize this illusion that we're all in. And I try to usually keep these messages pretty grounded for everybody so that everybody can connect with them. But I do think that it's important that we understand that the planet is ascending, that there is like a bigger plan here for all of us individually on our own life path, but also collectively. And so part of this is just that willingness to go with the flow and to see where all of this is leading, because it's leading to some really important places. And again, it's breaking us out of the box. It's forgetting that the box exists. And what happens outside the box? There's freedom, there's change, there's things, there's different approaches to all of that. And it's opening our mind, and it's allowing us to be, another thing that I heard is like becoming the visionary to our own life. And so it's these ideas that are coming in. But when we think about a visionary, it's not just about ideas, it's about intuition. And I also very strongly feel like our intuition is like, if you're not already feeling like you are online and you are connected, you're going to. It's going to feel like you're coming back online, you're more connected, you're more in tune. And again, that may feel overwhelming in some ways, but my goodness, we need to be listening to that, because some things this week are really going to be starting to click. Some things are really going to start to make sense. And there's going to be no running from your intuition. So we want to make sure that we're honoring the truth that's coming through, that we are not negotiating with this fear that is coming up for ourselves, and instead honoring that intuition. And some of this is stuff we felt for a long time, but this week it's like Yeah, I can't ignore this anymore. I've gotta listen to this. And even the ways that we've been distracting ourselves from what we intuitively know to be true, those distractions are going to start to hit differently. They're just not going to work the same ways that they did before. But again, this is to better us. This is helping us. This is supporting us. So I want you to hold that energy of that while you're navigating this and recognize the magic that is happening for you now, for us as a collective now. It's all really it's all supporting us. It's helping us to better ourselves, to be on a higher timeline, to be on a better path, to have better things that we manifest. Are you noticing that in some ways, like it's, especially as we're getting into a flow, it's getting easier to manifest certain things. We're seeing some things happening. I still very strongly feel like we're in this self-care energy. We're in this January, winter. Let's just like be a little bit easy and take really incredible care of ourselves. So keep doing that. I think that is really key in balancing out all of this energy that's flowing our way, all of the things that we have going on, because it can feel really scary, this whole process. And it can feel stressful and hard. It's like, well, why is this showing up now? Why is this happening? Why am I feeling like I need to do whatever, like whatever that lightning strike is for you, right? Maybe you get clarity on something and you're like, oh, like, but also I don't want to know that because that means I have to take action on it, right? But this is a week to start to listen to your intuition and to honor it, because remember I said that we're going to have a multitude of ideas. And so the ideas coming through are going to support you in the steps that you need to take as you move forward, in helping to support you in envisioning where life is going now, where you're going now, where we're going as a collective. And so this is a week that I want you to get a notebook and I want you to write down the thoughts that seem random that come into your mind, and I want you to start to write them, because I think you're going to feel so much more intuitively connected, but you're also going to have a lot of ideas coming through. That's coming through from whatever you want to call that: God, universe, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, whatever that is for you, right? But we have a whole, in my opinion, spirit team that is helping to guide us. So write down the magical things that are happening for you. Write down the blessings that are showing up for you, because by the way, these lightning strikes might be like a blessing that comes in and it's just like bam, that's how it is, right? And it's such a blessing and you're so grateful for it, and it's this breakthrough that you've been waiting on for so long. Oh, okay. I love this. So, one of you is saying, I got really good news about my health, but I know that I need to do better in some areas. But maybe that's like your lightning strike, right? Is like this good news about your health, but it's like, here's this good news, but also here are the things that you intuitively know that you need to be doing in order to support you. So that's a really good thing. And I think we're just so supported and led right now. But again, if we let ourselves, if we try to do things the old way with distractions and ignoring our intuition, it's really not going to serve you very well here in this energy. So I want you to look for, I mean, I think it'll be hard to ignore those lightning strike moments where it's just like, oh, I get it, I see it, or oh, this happened and now things have to be different. It might be like somebody does something and you're just like, oh, I can never see you the same way again. So like this relationship has to be different. Or you get an opportunity and you know that it's leading to even more opportunities that come with it. And you kind of have this sense like, oh, life as I know it is about to change. It's that kind of stuff. But again, whatever that is, it's for you. And I want you to keep that in mind. It's for your freedom. It's for more ease. It's for a better experience in supporting you and moving forward. I also wrote down a couple of questions for us to ask ourselves, because again, we really want to be making sure that we're taking really good care of ourselves. So one question is, how can you honor yourself better? We're in Aquarius season, and that's about honoring yourself, and it's about honoring community. It's about honoring the collective. So, how can you honor yourself, and how can you honor your community? How are you feeling called to honor your community? And that might be your lightning strike moment where it's just like, you know what? Like, I really feel that I have this to give to the world, and I'm going to start to take steps. I'm feeling called to take steps to do that. So letting ourselves go with the flow and see where that's going. Let me see this comment. Okay, so it says, "Hi there, new to the whole crystal thing. Just went through a 14-year breakup and I've been grieving for months. Oh, I'm so sorry. So many changes are happening for people right now. We're closing out that year of the snake. We're shedding a lot of things that aren't aligned for us, but that's really hard." So, okay, and then it says, "Nighttime is the worst. Can you recommend a crystal to place in my bedroom to heal?" Absolutely, Jason. It's what I would recommend for that, number one, is amethyst, just because that's going to help your sleep process. And that's always a good thing to have next to your bed. But specifically for your heart and for your healing and for your grieving, rose quartz is one of my favorites. And it's just a really nice, gentle crystal that isn't going to overwhelm your system, especially if you're brand new to crystals, because we're all kind of on heightened alert right now because of all this energy that we're receiving. So sometimes crystals can even feel overwhelming right now. So it's important for us to be paying attention to how we're responding to certain crystals. Like right now, I don't recommend moldavite. I haven't recommended moldavite in so long because shit's getting crazy around here. And that already has this way of getting crazy. And quite frankly, I feel some heaviness a little bit with that energy connected with that. I think like we on earth have changed so much energetically that moldavite feels like it's a different energy than it once did. But that's a whole other topic. We can talk about that another day. So let's dive into the cards. I have already pre-shuffled the deck. I'm going to show you the cards. I'm going to pull from the top. I've shuffled. I've set my intentions with that. And then we will talk about what the cards mean for this week. Oh, first card out, the Devil. Okay, no surprise there. The Star card. Again, no surprise. The Knight of Swords. There's our lightning strike. The Page of Pentacles. A lot of beautiful things happening. You're welcome, Jason. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with that. A lot of people are going through a lot of things. I've been working through my own stuff. I've got that rose quartz right next to my bed too. Two of Swords. Queen of Wands. Powerful, powerful energy. Okay. So first we have the Devil. The card for how did I say it? Thinking outside the box, but instead we're forgetting that the box exists, right? The Devil is about setting our, I have to cover the naked people. I always forget that for YouTube. The Devil is about setting ourselves free. It's about breaking free. So whatever is coming into your experience, even if like you're navigating old grief, like Jason is, right? As you're navigating that, even as you're doing that, this is all about setting us free. This is all about breaking us out of the box and forgetting that the box exists. This is about allowing us to be so expansive. This energy feels so expansive so that we can have new experiences, different experiences, or that people and experiences that we've already been connected to can show up better in our world, so that the circumstances that we already are connected to can show up better for us because our standards are higher now, because we are carrying more light, where we have done a lot of work on ourselves. So it's really good to look around, and you might become really clear this week. I've got to break away, right? Like I've got to make this change. I've got to do this differently because this is holding me back. What's holding you back? Is it your beliefs? And can you crack that door open to just a little bit of a better feeling belief this week? Because that alone will change your entire life. So Rob's saying, I need to hear something good. Rob, I would replace that with, I will hear something good. Something good is happening for me now. Good things always happen to me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always going my way. Because it's really powerful the way that we the energy that we're putting out. And I think a lot that's being healed within us is old thoughts, old trauma, old stuff that just really that heavy um trauma, that heavy energy that just makes it hard for us to really believe that good things can happen. I think a lot of that is being cleared and healed for us as long as we're willing, right? And as long as we're willing to accept the assignments that we're being given. If we're being shown, you know what, like it would really be better if you would let go of this thing, change this thing, release this habit, whatever that is for you. You guys know what this is. Like, I feel like our intuition has been speaking to us for a while, and it's just getting louder this week, where it's going to say, you know what, like you've really got to do something about this now. That this really has to be different, because it's going to help you to be better. Because healing, the star, like we are healing on so many amazing levels. Let me cover up this naked person. Jeez. A lot of naked people in tarot, and that's about vulnerability, right? So maybe in part we're being encouraged to be more vulnerable, and maybe that's like what your awareness is. This also feels like permission to take up space, permission to shine, permission to try something. I saw somebody post on their Facebook today, like that they want so badly to be a personal trainer, and like that it's just in their heart, and but they don't really feel like they can do it. And I responded and just said, God doesn't place anything in our hearts that we're not meant to explore or to do in some way. And I'm kind of getting that energy from this, like what is being placed in your heart that you need to get more information about, or take steps in that direction, or head in that direction, right? Maybe it's something that you've had a hard time letting go of. It just keeps coming up in your mind again and again and again. And this is like, why wouldn't you go for it? Why wouldn't you? Why not you? This is very much like why not you energy. This is also about healing. So I think there's a lot of healing that's happening for us, and a lot of things that are being healed within our lives if we allow it. If we fight against it and we try to keep it the old way or our way, sometimes that can block it. So kind of allow the process to process and to happen in our lives, and to do our best to take really good care of ourselves in the meantime, right? That rose quartz by the bed, like we were talking about with Jason, whatever that is, like whatever you need to heal, to feel good, to feel more comfortable in your skin. And some of this is about, I actually was on Nicole Eaton's podcast the other day, and that's coming out, I think, tomorrow, but we talked about a little bit about getting more comfortable with taking up space. And this is something that I'm very focused on this year, because I'm realizing how many issues I still have with that, issues with being seen, with taking up space. And so I'm just really consciously thinking about, how do I take up more space today? And looking for those opportunities in my day, in my life, to do that, whether it's just like to make longer eye contact with people, whether it's just like to do things that I want to be doing and not holding myself back because I have perceived that will make somebody else uncomfortable, or what. I mean, there's so many different ways to do this, whether it's just like this unwillingness to shrink myself to make other people comfortable, because I'm done doing that. How about you guys? This is about, the star is about shining. It's not about, and it's about shining from a truly authentic place. And I think we're preparing for that. Then we have this Knight of Swords, which feels like that lightning strike. It's this idea, it's this understanding, it's this knowing, it's this truth, it's this whatever that propels us into some kind of an action. Maybe it's a conversation that needs to be had, that we know, like, okay, I've got to have this conversation. Maybe it's a change that we need to make. Maybe it's finding a better feeling thought, a thought that makes us feel better, and letting it drive us forward. Maybe it's just like this clarity that we have, and we're like, I know what to do now. Whatever it is, I think we're moving on it. And I think that we should move on it, not in a way that's impulsive, but in a way that says, I know what I need to do now, right? It's following through with this multitude of ideas that are coming through here this week. Page of Pentacles, because we're really in a place where we're in a 1 year now, right? Like this is new beginnings. This is planting new seeds. This is starting something new that will show up in our material, concrete, 3D earthly experience. It might be that you're starting a business that could lead to some money. It could be that you're focusing on doing some things with your home and it turns into something bigger. It can be that you're like, it's just laying down the foundation for something. It's taking those first steps that you know that you need to take. It might be that you decide that you're going to start to take a new class, or you're going to learn something new. You're going to just change a habit, change a practice in your day. Maybe you're feeling that motivation to get to the gym more, or to change the way that you're eating. I mean, this can show up in so many different ways. Maybe you're feeling called to, because pages are messengers, right? To reach out and to start something with somebody else, like to say, hey, let's start this together. Let's do this. What do you think? I don't know. That you'll know what that is, though. It's going to be different for all of you. And then we have the Two of Swords. And it's so funny that we have the Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords is my think outside the box kind of way, right? Like in this story, she's at odds with herself. And it's funny because I wrote down, and I don't think I said this, but I wrote down when I was connecting with this energy, the battle with yourself ends when you choose to listen to your intuition. So you may be going back and forth with yourself, right? And I want to do this, but I'm scared. I want to do this, but I'm scared, whatever. And this is saying be open, and also be open to doing it in a different way, or to it happening in a different way than you expect. Be open to, you might be thinking, okay, I'm at a crossroads and I can take this path or that path. And really the path that you're being guided to take is a totally different, it's a third path. And so it's like being open to the ideas that are coming in, and they may look really different than what you're expecting or what you thought before. Like I just keep feeling, for example, with the work that I'm doing, I don't know, I have this intuitive feeling that that's going to look different in some way in the upcoming months. And not that I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing, but I feel like this change, and I don't quite know what that is. Maybe that'll be my lightning moment this week. I don't know, but I feel this something shifting, and that it's a little different than anything I've ever considered before or ever thought of in a long time. I don't know, but we'll see what that is. But I feel like that is a collective thing. So be open to different ideas. Be willing to think outside the box, or even better, forget that the box exists, because you are magic. You cannot be contained to these four little walls that keep you smaller and stuck. It's time to be bigger. It's time to take up space. It's time to shine your light. It's time to do the damn thing, whatever the damn thing is for you. And that brings us to the Queen of Wands, who does the damn thing every single time, because she believes in herself enough to do that. She has the confidence in herself enough to honor what feels right to her, right? The Queen of Wands, I tend to think of her like she's, what are the words that I want to use? She is the one who breaks out of the box. She is the one who is willing to do things in a different way. She's kind of the rebel of the tarot, okay? Because she doesn't want to do it somebody else's way. She wants to do it her way. It's between her and God, and that's it. And so she has no problem moving differently, doing things differently, even if the people in her world don't understand her, but she moves with confidence anyway, because once she gets that clarity, once she knows what she needs to be doing, once she feels good in the energy that she's feeling in terms of the guidance and the direction that she needs to be, and she goes for it. And she doesn't look back. She continues to move forward. And so I hope that you're feeling that energy, and my intention for you and my sense of this energy is that whatever this lightning strike is, it propels us forward into something incredibly powerful. And maybe part of what this is just remembering who the fuck you are, because you are so powerful. You are created in God's image. You have the spark of God within you. I want you to embrace it. I want you to let it guide you. I want you to let it lead you in the actions that you're taking. It's time for you to become everything that you came here to be. No big deal, right? Thank you guys so much for being here today. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for your comments, for saying hello. If you're watching the replay, hit me with a hashtag replay. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're feeling. Like this video, share this video, comment, whatever you feel compelled to do. There are people who need to hear these messages. And if you're thinking of them while we're going through these, please share these messages with them. I love you all. I will see you next week with another video, and I can't wait to hear how lightning strikes for you guys. All right, take care. Bye.